I'm a social anxiety coach. If you excuse my cough. So an analogy that I have for a year is that it's like a boxing fight. There's 12 rounds in a boxing fight, just like there's 12 months in a year. The first month, January, this is like the first round of a match. You're supposed to be feeling your way into the fight, finding your range, going through the motions. You don't need to be hitting the ground running. It's perfectly normal to be a bit rusty in January and have to shake off the cobwebs and get yourself back to your best. So it's only round one. So I'm not going to be my most motivated and absolute best right now. Had 2 weeks off where I indulged, didn't follow my discipline routine, total break, and now I'm back to it. So I know that the rest of this month, for me, is about building momentum, doing the right things. And I know that the motivation levels will start to rise as I get into my routine and keep beating that inner resistance. The inner resistance that it could manifest as procrastination. Maybe you want to get up at a good time in the mornings, but you keep lying in. You keep snoozing. Maybe you want to start running, but you keep not finding time in the day. You want to eat healthy, but you keep on indulging. And it's about winning that battle, beating that inner resistance. And when you beat that inner resistance, you take the positive action, you feel better afterwards. And when you keep on doing this, that good feeling starts to accumulate and it starts to build towards real motivation. Maybe right now you're a bit like a car in first gear. You're crawling, but at least you've started. It's early days, you've made a start. But you want to make progress throughout the month so that you're completely at your best by the end of the month. And most people intuitively know and understand that if they could beat that battle of them versus themselves, them versus that feeling of resistance, the feeling of sluggishness that gets in the way. If you could win that battle on a consistent basis, you could win it every single working day of the week and keep it up for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, your life would look completely different. Most people know this. It doesn't mean that it's easy to achieve, but it is possible. And one of the keys is not waiting for motivation to kick in before you take action. Take action before motivation kicks in. You can't rely on feeling motivated to make progress in life. Something that my mentor used to say to me on a regular basis to help keep me on track was, you can't go by your emotions if you want to be successful. It's not possible. They're going to go up and down too much. Today you might feel super motivated and awesome. Tomorrow you might feel terrible. You might feel at your worst, irritable, not happy at all. So what it's really about is discipline. If you're someone that suffers with anxiety, building the skill set of discipline is life-changing. Especially when you're disciplined about the important things. If social anxiety is one of your challenges, imagine how much progress you would make if you went to a couple of social groups every single week. Focused on being honest when you were there, really being yourself. And you also took your health and fitness seriously, joined a gym, started to do cardio on a regular basis, and you also started to eat healthy. Imagine how much progress you would make over the next 3 months. If you went to two socials a week, that's around 8 a month. So you'd be going to around 24, 25 socials and being super honest when you're there. Just being yourself, not holding back, saying what you actually think rather than what you think people want to hear. Honesty from that right place, from a place of empathy. Imagine how much more confident you would feel around people. This is something which I get my clients to do, and it always makes a big difference. Over time, I see them growing in confidence, still being themselves, not forcing things, but feeling relaxed around people rather than anxious. If you're naturally quiet, that's not a problem. I wouldn't suggest that you become an extrovert. You're not required to force yourself to be something that you're not. But you can still be confident in yourself and learn to hold your own, regardless of what your natural personality type is. So when I was younger, my natural personality type was to be incredibly quiet. Almost, in fact, not almost, freakishly quiet. Sometimes in high school, I would say a couple of words when I was in school each day. Would almost never speak in social groups. And now I've been coached, worked on myself a lot, things have changed. There's times where it feels natural for me to be talking a lot. So I could, in moments, be the loudest person in a group. But other times, it feels natural for me to relax, take a back seat, and I enjoy listening to other people. The difference between me now and me then is that now I'm being myself. I'm enjoying myself in the groups, and I'm not held back by fear. Whereas in the past, I wanted to be speaking more, but I was holding back due to fear of being judged, looking stupid, being picked on, etc. Yeah, there's a few clients who I'm coaching who are naturally very quiet. But what I've noticed since they've been growing in confidence is that whenever they choose to speak, they're very, very good at speaking. They can hold the floor. They're not mumbling. They're not whispering and speaking really quietly. They're projecting their voice well. People are listening to them, and they're coming across charming as well. So what people are developing is quiet confidence. And the reason that I've gone on a bit of a tangent is because I know how our minds can work. And sometimes one of the reasons we're not motivated is because we're afraid of failing. We're afraid of self-judgment. We're afraid of what might happen if we really go for it. It's easy to do nothing and let things stay the same. That's easy. It's hard to commit to success in your own life and go out there like a warrior and just do everything that you know is going to help you out. It's hard to do that. It requires more courage, requires discipline. You have to face your fear of handling what's going to come up. So sometimes when I'm coaching people, I talk about the fears which I know are going to come up, and I focus on neutralizing them now. And then people are less afraid and they have an easier time. There's no limit to the amount of progress you can make. It's up to you how far you want to go. Something else which is important to bring up is the fact that it's estimated that we spend around 1/10 to 1/5 of our life going through personal challenges. This is something which varies a lot from one person to another. But the point is that we spend quite a sizable chunk of our lives going through some kind of challenge. This could be changing careers, a financial challenge, it could be a health challenge, it could be moving house, divorce, breakup, grievance. The challenges come in many different forms. And what often happens when people commit to achieving their goals and changing their life is that they start to do the right things. They're on the right path. They're moving forwards and making progress at the rate which is appropriate for them. And then suddenly some challenge just comes in and it knocks them out. They're knocked off course. They stop doing the things which have been helping them to make progress while they deal with the challenge. And by the time they've overcome the challenge, they've lost a lot of the gains which they've made. And since we spend a sizable percentage of our lives going through some kind of challenge, it's important to have that level of discipline where you're going to keep on doing the right things even when a challenge comes your way. That's not the time to stop. It's the time to keep on going with the right habits. Sure, you might have to find some extra time if you're applying for new jobs, but you don't want to stop eating healthy and stop exercising. You don't want to lose that momentum which you've built. When you're going through a breakup or grievance, again, you might want to slow down a bit, give yourself time to process stuff, but you don't want to stop taking action and moving forwards. You want to keep on doing the things that have got you to where you're at and building upon what you've already got. So don't just think about the time you're losing moving forwards. Think about the momentum you're going to lose and how much effort it's going to take to get back. If you think you would benefit from help and support from a coach, an outside person, you're very welcome to drop me an email for coaching inquiries. No two people are the same. So the way that I coach you might be different from the way that I coach somebody else. But a really common coaching format, which has proven to be the most popular for me, is coaching people on a pay-as-you-go basis once a month. And the idea is that you go away from that session feeling motivated, with actions to take, things to focus on, things to work on. Then you come back the next month having made progress. We talk it out. You get out whatever's bothering you, so you're feeling better. And we keep on going. We keep moving forwards. If you're interested, get in touch. And if you want to come and check out one of my in-person events, again, you can send me an email. There's going to be quite a lot of things going on this year. So I have my staple coffee social, which takes place the last Sunday of each month at 2 p.m. in Birmingham. I also have a second meetup group for running events where we go for a run on a Sunday morning and follow this with a coffee social. And and I know that whatever your goals are for the year, regular cardio and being around supportive people who listen to you and believe in you is going to help you out. Most people perform better and achieve more with the right help and support in their lives. So if you think that this might have been the missing ingredient in previous years for you, and you benefit from more help and support, feel free to get in touch, and I'll do my best to help you out there. Until next time, have a great rest of your day. I'm going to get my cardio and gym workout in and take more action throughout the day.